Hey everyone, Jay here.
Sean here.
Welcome to our quarantine.
Here we are, yeah. We live here now for good.
Yes. I have not left my home for many, many days. Sean has done a little shopping.
A little, not much.
Not much, yes. So, like many of you, we are taking this situation very seriously, and we are very glad that Canada is taking it very seriously. And thank you to each and every one of you who is staying home and doing your part, because I know it's not easy for anyone. But for people like myself, I am immunocompromised. That means well, it's not what it means, but I have an immune disorder that I take a very heavy medication for. And when you have an immune disorder, part of your immune system attacks your body. And as you may have heard, that's not what it's supposed to do. It's actually supposed to attack like your cold and flu germs so that you don't get sick. But what mine does is attacks my body. So to stop it from doing that, Sean gives me a shot every week. It's very painful. He's very mean about it.
I just don't stop, yeah.
And that helps keep my immune system down, which means it attacks my body less, but it's not there to ward off any of these bugs. And right now we have a super bug called COVID-19. I'm mad at you, COVID-19, and I'm staying in my house because I don't want to get it, because people who are immunocompromised are at much higher risk of having complications. Like anyone who is over 70, people who have comorbidities, people who have underlying disease, probably even people that you know and may not even realize. And so even if you yourself are a relatively healthy, relatively young person, it's important to help us not spread the disease. And I'm really thankful for all the people who are doing their best to stay home and not make unnecessary trips out, because that's how we stop the spread.
Yeah, it's important, and especially with this one, it seems, because it is, you may not even know you have it for up to 14 days.
Yeah.
And it sticks around a long time,
long
days
time.
and days and days on surfaces. So it's very easy to pick up. If you have it, you're going to spread it, it looks like, to 2 or 2.5 people. So try not to. Stay at home.
That's right.
So that's what we're doing, and that's what a lot of people are doing.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't, which is a really tough thing. There are very hard decisions being made every day by every person. And we need some people to still be out there. There needs to be somebody driving the trucks and stocking those shelves, because we still need to eat and have our prescriptions filled, so I can still be stabbed every Sunday
That's
by
right.
Sean.
We do. We need to be able to get groceries. And
to the doctors and nurses who are on the front lines of this, and a lot of city planners making these tough calls every day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in this fight, and thank you to everyone who is doing a good and hard job. And we're just sitting here watching movies.
Well, that's kind of our job, right?
It is our job. Of course, the movie theaters are shut down, so it makes our job a little bit harder.
Yeah, but it might get a little bit easier.
Yes, well, that's the thing. This brand new world we're living in is adjusting in tiny increments. So, we're seeing a few of the big movie companies make some adjustments that we like seeing.
We do.
So, every day we're hearing about movies that have been canceled. James Bond, I think, was among the first to say, we're pushing back till November. Hope to goodness we're okay by November. We don't know. Fast and the Furious pushed back by an entire year. And Black Widow, am I saying this right?
Black Widow. That's right.
Just very recently announced that was supposed to be coming out in May.
Early May, that's right.
Yeah, pulled the parachute on that.
Yep.
Yeah. So who knows? When we started this quarantine, we were being told 2 weeks. Now it could be 2 months. We don't know it's changing every day. So are these services. So Sean has a little list for us now, because some of these movie studios are releasing straight to video.
Yeah, they are.
So in a way that, you'll have to pay more than a normal rental fee. You may have to own it. So there's new stuff you'll be able to watch, because I know lots of us are staying at home with their kids And that's not always easy to keep them entertained. If you thought one March break was a long stretch of time, now it's 3 weeks at least. Some people have just canceled the rest of the school year. So if you're already feeling the squeeze and your kids are already driving you a little crazy, Sean, what do you have for us?
Okay, I've got a bunch of them.
Great.
So starting today, March 20th, Universal was the first to get on this bandwagon. Mm-hmm. So they're releasing 3 movies that are currently, they were in theaters before the theaters closed. So those are Emma, The Hunt, and The Invisible Man.
I think it's actually just Invisible Man.
Okay, Invisible Man. Those 3 are going to be available for rent. For 48 hours at an increased price of $20 US or $25 Canadian.
Right.
So that's sort of the equivalent, really, of buying your movie tickets. Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to pay for the babysitter. Just put the kids to bed early.
And make your own popcorn.
Mm-hmm. Bring your own wine. You don't even have to sneak it in your purse. That's right. I mean, you still can. If it's date night.
Yep.
You could still wear your lipstick. Who knows?
Yeah, you can have fun with it. Mm-hmm. And so that is the first batch. And in the last couple of days, it's really been expanding of other studios following suit, and not exactly, because there's all sorts of little wrinkles and
everybody's got different ideas, and I think we're just testing them out right now.
That's
seeing what works, what people will pay for, what the tolerance. This is the first time they're asking people to pay $25 to rent something. For us, it's a no-brainer because we would have spent that easily just going to the movies. No, you don't even know the snack bill this guy runs up. So, I mean, we more than double the ticket price often just in Sean's enormous popcorn needs. So
my big drink.
That's
it's like
this. That you finish before the movie starts.
I do.
Mm-hmm. So. But that's just soft drinks, because you don't drink that at home. You only drink water at home. Just for some reason, when you go to a movie, you need a really big ass soft drink, and then you just shoot it back it's your life depends on it. Yeah, and then you drink 3/4 of mine.
Yeah, well, the popcorn and or nachos are salty.
Yes, that's what they're doing. They know what they're doing. These movie people. Yeah. Have for us.
So I have a second batch, which are starting Tuesday, March 24th.
Okay.
So unlike the ones on today, the way back.
That's the Ben Affleck
That's the Ben Affleck coaching one. Bloodshot, the Vin Diesel superhero one. Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn one.
Excellent movie.
And The Gentleman.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So those 4 are going to be available for digital purchase.
Okay.
Starting next Tuesday.
Okay.
It looks like $20 US. They haven't announced the Canadian price, but if it's 20 US, it's 25 Canadian probably. Mm-hmm. The Gentleman is the only one that doesn't have a US price attached, but
that one has been out in theaters a little longer.
Okay.
So obviously these ones are being rushed to.
Yeah, they're coming out way early.
Yes. Yeah. So, which is good. It's good to have options whenever you're at home.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. And then Birds of Prey has also, it's the only one of those that has announced a rental date. Okay. Which will be April 7th.
Okay.
So not that far away either.
No, these are all getting pushed way up. And then, good for them.
Yeah,
because,
good for them.
I mean, we really like that movie. It's a really a fun one, and it's a good one to see at home too, I think. But yeah, it's good to get these out to us because we want to see them. And
yeah, it is. So presumably the Birds of Prey will be a regular price rental
at that point,
since it's a regular price purchase when it comes out. Mm-hmm. So after that point, the next day is March 27th, which will be next Friday. So on that day, I Still Believe, the singing Christian one.
Right.
And Vivarium. which is one that actually hasn't been released in theaters, was originally going to. It's an indie movie with Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots. That one will go straight to video. So for I Still Believe, no price is attached, but they're probably going to the $20 mark, I would think. 20 US, 25 Canadian. I guess we'll see. For Vivarium, they have announced specific pricing, and it is going to be $15 US to purchase that one.
Okay.
Or $6 US to rent.
I mean, that's very reasonable for a brand new
for
movie.
a new movie.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that, and as you said, it's interesting to see like the different approaches. And I'm sure lots of industry people are going to be looking closely to see which ones
what we do. But I mean, it is different, a little indie movie, which would expect to not make a great deal of money at theaters compared to Birds of Prey,
Right.
which should have had, you know, a bigger release than it did. I mean, a lot of these expected to have great big releases, and now everything's up in the air.
Yeah, that's true. So after that, we get two more.
Okay.
So Bad Boys for Life
Oh, great.
is
Yes.
coming out March 31st,
Love it.
which would be a Tuesday.
I mean, Tuesday is usually when the rentals drop, so it's interesting how they are still keeping the Friday night is the new movie at the
night,
theater,
yeah.
and Tuesday is the rental.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be available for purchase. No details on price, but
Okay.
if I'm gonna
Probably,
guess it's $20
regular,
US, 25 Canadian, because that did release back in January. I
That's
think.
right, yeah.
And then the last one that we have so far, and I mean, this is again changing day by day, so
Yeah.
there are probably gonna be more that are on this list, but right now, the only other one, that big one that's been announced is Trolls World Tour,
Yes.
which will...
You'll remember Trolls World Tour snuck in and grabbed the James Bond spot when James Bond said, no, we're cutting our losses, we're moving in November. Trolls said, we'll take your slot.
Yeah, that's right.
And now the theaters are closed, so
So it is right now a dual release in theaters and on demand all
the
April
same
10th,
day.
the same
April
day.
10th, yeah.
And that one as well will be the 20 US, 25 Canadian for the 2-day rental.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
so-
I like the model. I mean, we've talked about this before. You know, they had like a year ago even, they had talked about maybe bringing a high-end rental box that you could purchase, and then the day a movie came out in theaters, you could rent it for $50.
Yeah.
Which is a hefty price, but I think for me, again, because I'm disabled and I often am way too sore to make it to a theater, but I review movies for a living, you know, that's probably a price I would pay
I think so.
for that benefit. And so now we're not even seeing it at that expensive. You know, they're compromising, they're trying to meet us halfway. And, you know, for us, two people to go to the movies, it's going to be $25 minimum.
25 anyway.
Yeah.
So to us, it is a no-brainer. If we were going to see that movie, and likely we were going to see all of these movies, then we're going to pony up that $25.
Because guys, he did just make me watch Babe Pig in the City.
I did. It's
That
true.
is how dire things have gotten.
But that was free.
It was, 'cause it's on what?
It's Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix. It's on Netflix Canada for free. You can watch. You know what? It's a sweet movie. I was in a bad headspace to watch it because, as you may know, we lost our dog Gertie. There she is. We lost her just earlier this month. So I'm not really in the kind of mood to watch a lot of animals suffering.
And there's a surprising amount in Babe Pig in the City that I had forgotten
it's
about.
dark. I mean, it's the George Miller influence.
Yeah.
The same George Miller who directed Mad Max Fury Road also did the Babe movies. Do they exist in the same universe? I don't know. It's a weird, I think it's probably the weirdest oeuvre.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest career path of any director ever. And yet, it is true.
It's true, and it works.
So Babe, Pig in the City, the sequel to Babe, is a little darker than you might expect. But yes, it does have a lot of the same sweetness and a lot of the same sort of hurdles that the first one does. And then, what did we just watch yesterday? That I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's The Farmer's Wife again.
Oh, The Golden Compass.
The Golden Compass. Thank you, Sean. I'm already forgetting all these movies, and I've seen that movie before. Sean watched it for the first time.
I did, yeah.
And it was The Farmer's Wife is in that too.
Pretty sure,
we're having a weird,
yeah.
a weird 6 degrees of quarantine happening in our house right now, and you probably are too. It is a brand new world, and I hope you are all doing well and staying safe, and try to stay in as much as you can. I know it's not easy for anyone, and I know people are already going stir crazy, but I think the more we do now, the less we will have to worry about later.
I think that's the best way to look at it, is the short-term pain for, hopefully we get this under control and we can get back to more normal lives very soon.
All right, take care everyone. Bye.
Bye.